Hello everybody. Today we are going to talk about the S-38 series of shortwave radios by Hallicrafters. There were 5 versions of the S-38. I have already done a video on them called S-38 A Potential Killer. In it I describe how the chassis and case can become electrically charged and very dangerous. You really should check it out. I have the first S-38 and the last one here in the shop today. Let's look at the original S-38 and then the final version. Here you see the original S-38, made in 1946. Selling price, $49.50. It had some features that were discontinued in subsequent models. A noise limiter to quiet electrical interference, a 6th tube, and a variable pitch BFO. This is the S-38E, the last one in the series, made in 1957 and priced at $59.95. It has 5 tubes. As you can see, the last S-38 looks entirely different from the first one. It had a sleek, modern styling. Modern for 1950, that is. Here's a lineup of the controls on the front panel. This is the band spread control, which is really fine tuning. This is the on-off volume control. I think everyone knows what that is. This is a band selector switch for bands 1 through 4, band 1 being standard broadcast. This is the main tuning control. Hallicrafters did a smart thing by putting these controls near the bottom of the receiver. This way you can rest your hand comfortably on the table while making fine adjustments. This red switch is send and receive, which you would only use if you were transmitting. This is a BFO switch. BFO stands for Beat Frequency Oscillator, which would let you receive code. Please note that the BFO pitch was not variable. You couldn't receive single sideband voice transmissions. Over here is a headphone speaker switch. If your headphones were plugged into the back of the receiver, put the switch on phone. If you wanted to listen through the built-in speaker, select speaker. This switch was eliminated on later radios. This is what we call a slide rule dial. It looks like a big slide rule. The other type of tuning dial is called a radio dial. It resembles a radio. The first 3 S-38s had radio dials. The last 2 had slide rule dials. The slide rule dials had a rather pretentious feature, which was designed to sell radios. Frequencies were marked for various foreign countries and cities: Cairo, Japan, London, Brazil, etc. Over 60 countries and cities were indicated by little white dots. But of course these were mostly just for decoration. International broadcast frequencies changed often, depending upon ionospheric conditions, sunspots, time of year, and so forth. And the slide rule pointer was not very accurate to begin with. The top scale is the standard broadcast band, with 640 and 1240 kilocycles clearly marked. These were the Conelrad stations. For my younger viewers, Conelrad was a method of emergency broadcasting to the public of the United States in the event of enemy attack during the Cold War. Also on the top scale is a marking for police calls. Yes, you could actually hear police calls on the standard broadcast band. When I was a youngster, I remember the dispatcher ending some transmissions by saying, "See the man, keep the peace," or "See the woman, keep the peace." Boy, times really do change. The S-38 series were entry-level radios priced to sell quickly. Essentially, they were the all-American 5 AM tabletop radios with some modifications for shortwave. It's a lot of fun to read the general descriptions in some of the Hallicrafters owners' manuals, like this one. For example, and I quote, "You'll hear foreign and domestic shortwave broadcasts, amateurs, police, aircraft, ships at sea, and countless other exciting distant stations." Holy cow! How much excitement can we stand? Well, except for ham radio, shortwave communication has been mostly replaced by other means. A lot of countries have shut down their transmitters. I used to enjoy Radio Australia, which I could hear like it was right next door, but unfortunately they are gone too. These old radios, we call them boat anchors, hold an important place in the history of electronics and of radio communication. You can pick up these old S-38s off of eBay for $100 or less. But if you do get one, remember my warning. Hot chassis and hot cases can be very dangerous. That's it for now, folks. Wear your masks, stay well. Thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again next time.